Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Kate. This is my first time filming a booktube video. I'm kind of excited about it. I figured that I would start pretty simple, start with the BookTube Newbie Tag. I've filmed this a few times just to practice, kind of get the editing down, and you know, I'm not there yet, but I think it's time to just go forth, make things happen. So without further ado, let's move on to the BookTube Newbie Tag. Question 1. Why did you start this channel? I started this channel because I just thought it'd be fun. I've been a book blogger for 7 years now. 7 years? Yep. At my current blog, I am celebrating my 5th blogiversary in June, so I'm pretty excited about that. That'll be fun. So I've been part of the book community for a really long time. Bookstagram, book Twitter, book blogging. And in the interest of not sounding crazy, although this is totally gonna thwart that, you know, I sometimes like film a video, except I'm not like actually filming, but I'll be like, oh, Vicious v. Schwab, or I'll like do a bullet journal flip through, but I'm not actually filming, I'm just talking like I'm doing a bullet journal flip through. I have nothing to defend myself for that one. Question number 2. What are some fun and unique things that you can bring to BookTube? Some fun and unique things. My gosh, this is kind of like a job interview, isn't it? I think that BookTube has kind of already started this evolution, but I do not just read YA. I don't even read mostly YA, although I do read a lot. These are my YA shelves right behind me. I have my fantasies and my contemporaries for these 2 shelves, but then I have a bunch more in my actual bedroom that are not YA. So I think, like I said, the community has kind of already started to evolve in that way, but I like a lot of things, and hopefully I can recommend some books that you may like too that you may not have considered before. Question number 3. What are you most excited for about this new channel? I'm really excited to meet people. The book blogging community, while more drama-free, let's say, than the booktube community, is not as tight-knit. Whereas the booktube community just seems really tight-knit, really fun, people get to know each other, and it seems really kind, and I'd love to be a part of that, even if it's just for a little bit. So I am very much looking forward to that. I'm also kind of just interested in actually filming some of my booktube talks and exploring a new creative side. I get to learn film editing and be really frustrated with it, and it's fun. Question number 4. Why do you love reading? I love reading just because I never really know how to explain it. It's just different. So you get to lose yourself in other worlds and other characters, discover new things, learn new perspectives, and have a lot of fun. So, like, I just finished reading Blaze of Memory by Nalini Singh, and it was beautiful. It was lovely. I got to experience a relationship that was awesome, and, you know, forced proximity, bodyguard romance. We gotta love it. Like an enemies to lovers, forbidden romance. Gotta love it. I'm not going to experience that kind of relationship because I don't have any enemies. I don't think I'm forbidden from seeing, like, it's just not something that I can, like, personally relate to, but I get to experience it through reading Blaze of Memory. And I get to meet all sorts of fun people, and it's amazing. I love reading because it's essential to who I am, so there's that. Question number 5. What book or series got you into reading? Well, that would be Harry Potter. My mom gave it to me one night in 4th or 5th grade. I just remember reading the first line and being sucked in. I was in. It was a Friday night, so that next Monday I had book 3, like sitting in my science textbook, like you can picture it. I devoured that series so quickly, and I was so into it. Percy Jackson, not too long after that, I read it out loud to my brother during a road trip. Can't fathom why I did that, but, you know, I don't regret it, because wow was I obsessed with the boy who loves to eat blue things. Oh yes, Demigods, loved it. When I was younger, I certainly read the Junie B. Jones books, the Rainbow Fairy Magic series. There was like the Day of the Week fairies and the Gemstone fairies and the Pets fairies. They were all like mini-series, so there'd be like the Guinea Pig fairy and the Hamster fairy, and then the Monday fairy and Tuesday fairy and a Ruby fairy and an Emerald fairy. I don't know if anybody else read those books, but I was obsessed with those, so those were a catalyst. But back then it wasn't really a hobby, it was just something that I did at night. So, oh, little did I know. Question number 6. What questions would you ask your fellow booktubers? I'm always really interested in tropes. I love talking about tropes. Like when I described Blaze of Memory, I said forbidden romance, enemies to lovers, forks proximity, bodyguard romance, amnesia. These are all like tropes. So I identify with them very strongly when I read, when I recommend books. That's how I talk about them. I like to know what kind of tropes people like, what kind of tropes they don't like. I kind of like them all. It's not the trope. Well, there's a lot of people that may say like, oh, that's such a cliche trope, like I stay away from those. And like, no, I'm not that way. I will read any trope as long as it's written well. Like the insta-love, well, I may have to take that back. The insta-love has a place. Most of the time, insta-love is just a tenet of bad writing. There are a few, very select few instances where it does work. Like the love triangle, again, there are instances where it works, but most of the time it's just lazy writing. So there's that. I would want to know about everybody's tropes. I always want to know what's going on in your life. Like, did you go to college? What do you study? What are you doing? Like, what's your job? I always assume that people are literary focused in their jobs, but that's not the case, especially in the booktube community. You could be a marine biologist and a booktuber. Now, I don't know any marine biologists. I could not pull any of them out of the booktube hat, so please don't ask me. But I know that there are, like, it's a wide spectrum. I'm gonna stop talking. Question number 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? The hardest part will be the editing. I tried Premiere Rush. I didn't like it. It worked very well for what it was, but it's a very basic editing software. So I didn't like the lack of creativity. However, Premiere Pro will not work on my laptop. I've downloaded it and uninstalled it and re-downloaded it, and it crashes and it won't open, so we're currently fighting. So the editing has already proven to be interesting. It's just gonna be learning to talk in front of a camera. I'm kind of spazzy on camera. That's why this video is so heavily edited. So that's gonna be a little difficult. Question number 8. When did you start reading? So I kind of already answered this, but it was like 4th or 5th grade when I read the Harry Potter and the Percy Jackson series. 6th grade was really when I fell down the rabbit hole and started this whole collection of books that has me now over 550 in total. Well, I'm unhauling a bunch, so I don't really know where I'm at anymore, but that's when the collection started. And then 7th grade, blogging, and it's been going ever since, so. Question number 9, where do you read? Well, this room that I'm filming in right now is a spare bedroom that doesn't have a bed in it, so I put my YA shelves in here, I have a desk in here, and I have a chair in the corner, so I read there quite often. I'll read in the living room, at a coffee shop. I did that all the time before, college was canceled due to current circumstances. But bed, I read in bed. I'm one of those people, I'm a speed reader. I read a lot, and I read very quickly. So when I go to bed, oftentimes I'm starting a book, and then I'll either stay up until I finish it, or I'll read halfway or most of the way, so that the next night when I go to bed, I'm finishing it in some capacity, or finishing it and then starting another. So it's very rare for a book to take me 3 to 4 days to finish, and if that's the case, I'm probably like really busy, or I'm sleeping, which is always a good thing. It should be, right? Like, you need sleep. Well, question number 10. What kinds of books do you like to read? I love all the tropes, as long as they're written well. I read YA, as you can see, the fantasy, supernatural, contemporary romance, yes. New adult, I love new adult. I wish it was appreciated more as a genre. Urban fantasies. I just bought a whole bunch in a series. I just filmed a haul. These are the last 7 books in the Mercy Thompson series. I already had the first 4. Book 12 is not released in mass market, so I really love urban fantasy. I have lots of recommendations for you on that. I love high fantasy, so you can certainly expect to see a healthy mix of all of that on my channel. I do have a Kindle Unlimited subscription, so that's where a lot of my guilty pleasure reads come from, like my Regency romances, new adult, college romance, like contemporary romance. A lot of that comes from Kindle Unlimited. I do have a lot of Kindle Unlimited recommendation blog posts already up, so if you are after those, you can certainly find those on my blog. I will hopefully be filming a few videos covering those same topics as well. So that is it for my BookTube Newbie Tag. I think I covered all of the questions. I did. So please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe. I am not gonna pressure you to hit that little bell icon because, well, you don't know me, so I'll get you there, don't worry. I am a book blogger, that's where I shine, so please check out the link in the drop box down below. Oh, I've always wanted to say that. The drop box down below, yes, it's right there. Right there, all the links. My book blog is there, my bookstagram. All the pictures that you found throughout this video are books that I take on my blog. Thanks for watching, BookTube. Have a good night. Let me just pose with it for a second because I really want to. Alright, that's it for now. Bye. Bye now.